Hello and welcome to Edgemont Sermon Extra. I'm Pastor Henry. We're so glad that you stopped by for this extra little bit of information about our sermon from this past weekend. Don't forget to check that out. Last week we talked about managing stress by taking a break, and this is just a great time to remind us about that regular break that should be a integral part of our life, which is Sabbath. Sabbath is this wonderful thing that has been built into us as people from the beginning, a desire, a need for regular intervals of rest. And I say that's been part of us from the very beginning because we see that in the very beginning of the creation story in Genesis chapter 2, verses 1 through 2. It says, "By the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day, he rested from all his work. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy because he rested from all the work of creating that he had done." The God of the universe rested on the seventh day, worked for six, and then took a day to rest and appreciate the things that he had done. And that is the same thing for each one of us. We need that Sabbath, that regular interval of rest, of getting away from whatever it is the main task we are doing, whatever our job, our responsibility is. We need to take a regular break and refuel, re-energize ourselves. And that's going to look different for all of us because we are all different people. We are wired a little bit differently. We have different jobs. There are different things that energize us or not. And I think that's an important thing to remember because for what will be Sabbath for someone who sits behind a desk and reads or is at a computer most of the day is going to look different than for someone who works for a construction company or is a nurse. You know, all of these different things have different aspects. So what might be Sabbath for one might not be Sabbath for another. The Rabbi Abraham Heschel had a wonderful quote that I believe is worth sharing. It says, "If you work with your mind, Sabbath with your hands. And if you work with your hands, Sabbath with your mind." You know, if you have a very physical, active job 6 days a week, maybe your Sabbath should be reading a book, maybe queuing up a little Netflix and just taking some time to relax and stimulate your mind a little bit. If you spend a little time or a lot of time behind a computer, if you spend a lot of time reading, then maybe what could be Sabbath for you is getting out and cutting the grass or working in a garden or maybe going for a long hike. You know, so there's different things. The important thing to remember is figure out what activities help give you a break. What are the things that stimulate your soul and help you be a more creative, well-rounded human being? Because that's what Sabbath, that's what taking a break to rest can do for us. Thank you for stopping in, and as always, we'll hope to see you next week. Bye.